All right, what this man got to say? So it says, Asman is not on board with Destiny using kids to make his political points during Texas floods. Fault still lies with the legislators, voting pops, and congressmen. Nothing to do with the kids. Be a POS, but don't act like that's what you're not doing.
All
All right,
that
what do you
he's
say? What do you
right about
say?
thing like this, but what you have in this
Well, before I even listen to the video and react, I will agree and say the kids ain't nothing to do with this. It was kind of a taste. I feel like the joke was kind of tasteless. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't have to do none of that. It wasn't even funny. The only people who think it was funny are people who are equally just deranged. I don't know. That's what I say. Y'all terminally online. Only thing sees tweets on your feed. You just living for your next like, living for the notification. You probably got 10,000 lists. Like I don't know, man. I don't see how that was funny. It was just kind of like, oh, kids had to die for this. I'm like, brother, come on, man. It was just a flood, bro. Like that's not funny, dog. Like I don't know. Just leave the kids out of it, bro. They didn't do nothing. Joke about any other people in the game, right? Joke about any other folk. Make fun of them if you want. Make fun of them if you need. But the kids is innocent. They didn't do nothing. They didn't ask to be there. They was having fun. It was just chilling, bro. All right, let's get to this.
circumstance is at best, and this is taking what everything Destiny is saying at face value and assuming and steel manning everything that he's trying to say, that he's right about everything that he's saying. At the same point, the fault still lies with the legislators, the voting population, and the congressmen that make this happen. It at no point in time has anything to do with the kids. The kids didn't do anything wrong. That's the difference. It's the same as like when the LA fires happened. Everybody made jokes about the LA fires being, California, the government being retarded. But I don't think that there were a lot of people making jokes and talking about how the California fires, it's good that they're burning them because they're liberals. And I think,
Yeah, people made fun of the people who were in charge, and if you made fun of the people that had the thing done to them, like I feel like that shows more about you and your character than because they don't deserve to have their house on fire. Like they can't help that the government. Like maybe you could say, oh well, they put them in there so it happened. Well, it's like, well, there are still only like 10% of the issue. Still, the people who's in charge's job to do their job, and you don't really know that they're not going to do their job until they don't do their job. So I don't know.
that the people that were doing that were viewed as assholes then too.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
they were
Didn't you name a WoW
assholes.
character for a guy that killed a bunch of kids as a joke? I did. I did. I was
Eh,
being an asshole. I was being a piece of shit.
but you didn't do it as a
Yeah,
justification.
I did. And yep, exactly. And so there's no problem. If you want to be a piece of shit, then be a piece of shit. But don't go around and act like that's not what you're doing.
Hey, hey. At least he said it himself. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't be one way and act like you ain't doing something and be like, ah, nah, that ain't what I'm doing. It's like, no, 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 that's exactly what you're doing, buddy. Looks like I got no storage on my computer. What games do I got installed? Oh, it's probably videos and stuff. Anyways, yeah, let's keep going with this.
That's the problem. That's the issue. Like, I don't know how. Okay, and yes, exactly. At least you admit it. Yes, that's the issue with all this.
Yeah,
It
people
took
don't admit it.
accountability right now. Well, accountability, it's a fucking name. Like, it's not a big deal. You agree with Destiny then? No, what I'm saying is that, like, I'm not trying to make political, I wasn't trying to make political commentary or insert a viewpoint in a political nature by just making that character name, right? Like, I was just making a dumb
Fair.
joke, right? People make 9/11 jokes, stuff like that. This is a very different dynamic because he's saying this in order to push a political viewpoint. Destiny is communicating this with the intention of trying to convince people that these guys are actually at fault. Totally different dynamic here. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have to agree with that one, Doug. I don't know. I didn't like how that he was just like, let me just put the kids in here. I say you better make fun of the people who are who are in charge, y'all. Like, don't make fun of them. They ain't do nothing, dog. That's all I gotta say on it. Yeah, just leave them out of it.